All right, well, welcome to day 20. Now, today we're going to start to move further into the land of positive language so that it can affect your results. Today we're going to talk about affirmations. Now, affirmations are one of these things that have been cited by many experts and many successful people as something that's had a real impact on their life. That's why we're going to talk about them. However, I am going to share with you one thing about affirmations where I found that affirmations didn't work as successfully as I wish they would have for me, and I'm going to show you how to change the affirmation into something that allows your brain to sort of fill it up and create the result that you want to create. But first, let's talk about affirmations. Affirmations is this idea that it's this positive statement that you say to yourself over and over and over again, right? So for example, if you want to be a winner, you would say, I am a winner, I am a winner, I am a winner. And you would have this affirmation in your mind. I know when I was, one year when I was running a marathon, my knee was hurting. And so I would say this positive affirmation in my brain, my knee feels great, my knee feels great. And these affirmations not really trick your mind, but help your mind sort of see the world differently because you're using this positive language. Now, a lot of people will tell you that you should write out affirmations and you should read them every day. And I would say that there's a lot of value in doing that. So let's talk briefly about how to create an affirmation, because today your result is going to be to create 10 of them. So an affirmation, generally speaking, is going to be present and positive language. So what this means is you want to talk about something that you want to achieve or you wish you were achieving right now. So let's take the example of wanting to be a millionaire. A lot of us want to have a lot of money and we want to be a millionaire. So a good example of an affirmation is, I want to be a successful millionaire. Actually, that's not a really good affirmation, because here's what you said. You didn't talk about it as though it was actually happening, which is why I used that example. You shouldn't be saying, I want to be a millionaire. What you should be saying is, I am a millionaire. Now, some people will say that you should have a big, bold statement and read it as if you are already in it, and that will allow your mind to sort of get there, and it will create the path for you to become that millionaire. I say, maybe you're not saying, I am a millionaire. What if you change your affirmation to, I am on my way to becoming a millionaire? Does that feel a little bit better? It feels better for me. See, the idea with the affirmation is you don't want to use negative statements. So, for example, if you have kids and they're holding on to something and you don't want them to drop it, you shouldn't say, I know I use should, but this is what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't say, hey kids, don't drop that. Because guess what's probably going to happen? They're probably going to drop it. However, what could you say? You can change that to positive, present language and say, hey son, hey daughter, hold on to that tight. You're telling them what to do in a positive way and to do it right now. That's the type of present, positive language that creates affirmations. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of 10 areas of your life that you want to improve. And I want you to create affirmations there, and I want you to do it without using any sort of negatives, right? I am on my way to becoming a millionaire. Another good example, you wouldn't put something in your affirmations like this. I don't want to be so mean to my kids. I don't want to be so nasty to my spouse. What you would say is, I want to be a great father to my kids. Or I am a great father is better, right? Because you don't want to talk about something you want. You want to talk about something you're doing, okay? Because remember what want actually used to mean. It meant that you didn't have it. So you would say, I am a great father to my kids. Or, I am becoming a great father to my kids. These positive statements are going to make up these affirmations. I want you to put down 10 of them, and then we're going to do one other step with them tomorrow. But first, you've got to write down 10 affirmations, positive statements that will move you forward in life using positive language and no negative language, and then we'll see you tomorrow. Well, welcome to day 21. So this is the end of week 3. And if for some reason you haven't been able to watch a video every single day for the last 21 days, no worries. We're still on day 21 of your 100-day results challenge. If you take a weekend off here or there, it's okay. The focus is, I want you to create a track record of positive results being achieved almost every day, hopefully every day for 100 days. Now, this entire week, these last really 6 to 7 days, we've been talking about the power of words and how words can impact you. Think about everything we've talked about. We showed you how words have an impact on you. Even without you knowing what the word's going to be, as soon as you hear it, you feel something inside. That's because words carry an energy. Largely, it's an energy that we've assigned to that word over years of accumulated experience. Okay, so words are important. And generally speaking, words can control us. What type of words are we consuming? What are we putting in our heads? Is it good or is it bad? Is it shaping the way that we look at the world? We also talked about what words we want to try to eradicate from our vocabulary because they don't really serve us, right? When we say should, we're arguing with reality. It should have been that way, but it's not. And so we're arguing with reality, which means we're out of control. We're not in control. And then obviously it's having a negative impact on us, right? So, and then we started to talk about what can we do to shift our language patterns to make them more positive. And yesterday we wrote down affirmations. And these 10 affirmations are really important. But today I want to talk to you about the weakness of affirmations. See, I've heard from a lot of people that the way you create affirmations is you say something as though it already is, even though it's not. So for example, let's go back to the millionaire one. We said, I am becoming a millionaire, right? Or I am a millionaire would be the positive affirmation. Let me share with you what's been a weakness in that type of an affirmation for me. I know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, as I'm saying that I am not a millionaire. Right? If that's what it is. And by the same token, if I'm saying I am becoming a millionaire, but I look at what I did yesterday and it's not like I added $100,000 to my account today, I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to generate additional revenue today. I'm not going to be a millionaire from my job, so I don't know if I'm really becoming a millionaire. If our minds actually know that we're not doing or becoming the thing that we're saying in our affirmation, the general argument is that our mind will start to step into that space and start to become that thing because of the affirmation. Listen, that does work. But can I get you there quicker? Here's what I want you to do. Instead of just reading your affirmations, I want you to take your affirmations and we're going to do something with them. We're going to do something with them so that you can go to work on them right away. So that you don't just have to read them and say them for 100 days and maybe you see a result, maybe you don't. We're going to start to create a result with them immediately and today. I want you to take your 10 affirmations and here's what I want you to do. I want you to create a question for each one. Now here's the reason why. If I said, I'm going to share with you the single most important factor to success in your life and generating money tomorrow, and then I never shared with you what that one thing was, your mind the entire time would be going like, wait, what's the one thing you said you were going to say? Because our mind has this desire to close a loop. In sales, that's called an open loop. We hang something out there, we dangle it, and then the hope is that the person's mind will want to fill it so that when we as a speaker actually say it, they go, oh yes, relief. You told me the thing that you told me you were going to tell me, right? That open loop works in your brain. It's why it works in sales, and it works in real life. I want you to create an open loop, basically, with all your affirmations. I want you to turn your affirmations into questions. So here's how it looks. If your affirmation was, I am going to accomplish more today, and that was your affirmation, or I am accomplishing more each day, whatever the positive language is that you were using, I want you to change that to a question and make the question current and about today. How can I accomplish more today? If your affirmation was, I am going to increase my income every month for the next year, or I am becoming a millionaire, I want you to shift that and make it a question. What can I do today that will increase my income this month? If it was about your spouse, right? I am a loving spouse. I want you to say, what can I do today to show my spouse or loved one that I love and appreciate them? The idea is to take the affirmation and turn it into a question. When you turn it into a question, your mind wants to fill the answer, and your mind immediately goes to work in creating the answer. So when you say, how can I get more accomplished today? Your mind's immediately going to start thinking about how you can do it, as opposed to you just saying, I'm going to accomplish more today. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take your 10 affirmations and I want you to turn them into questions. Then I want you to pick one, just one to start with. And I want you to take that one question, the most important one that's the most important to you right now, and I want you to write out that question with your own hand. Literally, write it, pen and paper. Write the question, how can I get more accomplished today? Then I want you to sit with that question and I want you to read it 3 times out loud. And I want you to let your mind go to work on creating the answer. I guarantee you're going to create more of a result and more of an answer by doing that than just reading an affirmation. I want you to do this once each day. Pick a question each day, write it with your hand, say it 3 times and think about it. Watch your mind go to work to create the responses and create more results. So we're going to conclude the segment on words. I hope you see how words impact you, and I hope that you started to change your language pattern and eradicate words that do not serve you well, and started to do things with language that will help you to achieve more results. It will have a massive impact on you, just like your shift in time had a massive impact on you. So for now, we'll say bye-bye, and we will see ya on day 22.